So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Gerald W. Parker. I'll be your host for our Monday night live session. I'm excited to be here with you to share the good news as it relates to MWR Financial. So we're going to get into a pretty heavy conversation, and I promise one thing. I won't be before you long, but I will promise this. We're going to provide you with some impactful information. Now, my job is to share the information. It's up to you to do what you need to do with it once you get it. I'm hoping that you'll move on it, that you'll see enough and hear enough tonight to make a decision to join us on this mission, this ministry, this crusade, because that's what it's become. So what are we here to do tonight? We want to talk about what I consider to be the greatest opportunity that exists on planet Earth, and that is none other than MWR Financial. And MWR Financial, for those of you who don't know, stands for Make Wealth Real. So as Big and Small would say, now you know. So what is this about? This is where lifestyle and legacy connect. We're going to make it all happen for you to live the life of your dreams as you're living. And after that is done, then be able to pass that legacy on to your children so that they can then pass it on to their children. And that's what this concept is all about. But why are we struggling with this? Because we all have one thing in common. What is that one thing? That's our lack of understanding about money. It doesn't matter whether you are the employee or you're self-employed, whether you're the business owner, whether you're an athlete, rapper, entertainer, or whether you're rich already. We still struggle with this business of understanding how money works. So this is what we have in common. We don't know anything about money. Again, it doesn't matter what your current position is. It happens every day. People gain a tremendous amount of wealth and lose it overnight. Look at the people that are winning lotteries. How long does that wealth last? Look at athletes, rappers who generate a tremendous amount of income, millions of dollars, and find themselves broke, 2 or 3 years later. How does this happen, right? Because there's a game being played, ladies and gentlemen. There's a money game being played. And this game didn't just start the moment you were born. The moment that you were born, they begin to play the game on you. Why? Because there are two types of information, right? There's public information and there's private information. Now, a great majority of us, that's 95% of the population, is living off of this public information. So what are we forced to do? Basically earn a living. That's all we have the ability to do because we don't have the knowledge to understand how to get on the other side. Puts us in a situation where we continue to struggle financially, and then what? We work for the rest of our lives. But there's another set of the population, that 5% who are operating off of that private information. They're creating a lifestyle, and they're accumulating wealth, and they're keeping that wealth, and they're passing it on from generation to generation. So if you had to choose, which one? You want to be in the 95% or you want to be in the 5%? I'm sure all of us agree that we want to be in the 5%, and rightfully so. We deserve it. The information has been given to us now, so we have a chance to shift that and move ourselves to the other side. This is the best kept secret. In our opinion, MWR Financial offers an exclusive wealth membership and opportunity that provides you with everything you need to become wealthy and to stay wealthy. I'll say that again, to become wealthy and to stay wealthy. See, this is not about getting rich quick. This is about getting rich right and providing you the tools and experts to help you get that done. So let's talk about this private information that we need to succeed. These are the things that we don't have. But wealthy people have always had full access to wealth building resources, things like positive cash flow, multiple streams of income, asset accumulation, wealth protection, generational wealth, education, and implementation, meaning the ability to put these things in motion. This is what we did not have. If someone had this conversation with you or shared these resources with you 20 years ago, where would you be today? See, but it's not too late. We have a chance now. So let's talk about our leadership team. What makes all of this happen? We're talking about a group of individuals who are committed to your success and my success and tens of thousands of people's success across this country. They bring 100 years of combined experience to the table, starting with my good friend, Mr. Brian House, the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, as well as the president of MWR Financial, Mr. Adamo Tosin, I had a chance to spend some time with this past weekend. Now, it goes on. Our Chief Marketing Officer, Ms. Sonia Williams, our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Jonathan Moore, and our Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Lisa Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, couldn't have found a better set of people that are committed to the well-being of the average everyday person. So let's talk a little bit about the company. Well, MWR Financial was established in 2017. We really just got started here, ladies and gentlemen. Our corporate office is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What do? We provide a wealth membership and the resources to make all those things happen. Now, again, we were founded in 2017, but we're currently a multi-million-dollar debt-free company. That's pretty impressive. By any mark, that is absolutely impressive. Now, let's talk about our flagship product. What is this wealth membership all about? So MWR's Wealth Membership provides a complete suite of financial resources combined with a team of experts to help you and I increase, multiply, and protect our money. Now, I like where we're going on this one. So let's go further and dig a little deeper into this membership, right? These premium wealth resources. So what do we bring to the table? The ability to help people first to reduce their taxes. Many of you that if you're currently a W-2 employee, you look at that paycheck stub on payday Friday, and look how much money has been extracted from your pay. What would life look like or feel like if that money was in that check on payday Friday? We have the ability to do that as early as your next pay period. We're all overpaying taxes, but we can avoid that now because we've got licensed, trained, seasoned experts to assist us and not getting caught in that trap. Now, the other thing that we can do is help you eliminate debt. Why is that so exciting? Well, we're not to owe a man anything, but let's think about a debt-free lifestyle. Just go with me on this one for a moment. It wouldn't matter whether you got paid every week, every 2 weeks, every month, but when you got paid, say you had no bills, no mortgage, no credit card, no student loan, no car payment. Tell me now what life begins to look like. What does it feel like? We have the ability to help you do just that. Now let's move on to the next component of the program, which is our ability to lower your bills through our bill shredder program. I mean, think about it. We've got consistent bills that we pay every single month: cell phone, internet, cable, satellite. How about shredding a portion of that bill away and putting a different of that money back into your pocket? Now, one of the other things that we do, it's free with the service, actually, credit restoration. Now, you think about that, our ability to increase your credit score 50 to 150 points. Well, we know the benefits of a higher credit score. Surely it's going to put you in a position to pay lower as it relates to insurance premiums, all of those things. It makes all the difference in the world. We've got the ability to help you do that. Now, we're going to dig a little deeper in some of the other services that I don't believe we talk enough about, like annual tax prep, meaning through this membership, you have an opportunity to have a CPA do your taxes for you. We'll give you an automated expense tracking system, same system that wealthy people always use. Tax debt relief. If you've got issues with the Internal Revenue Service, you've got someone now in your corner can help you resolve those matters. Now, even with credit rebuilding, if you've got no credit and you want to build credit, we can help you there. Turn your debt into wealth. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But our legal self-help division, meaning if there's a document that you need, whether it's a rental contract, a bill of sale, those documents are available to you through our self-help platform. Now, I like this one a lot. The ability to ask an expert. Never make another bad financial decision again because you've got these guys on speed dial. I mean, whatever decision you're trying to make as it relates to money, consult with an expert first. But and again, this is all part of the membership. But let's dig a little deeper and talk about some of these other premium wealth resources, like keys to home ownership. We say become a homeowner regardless of your past credit history and or credit scores. Think about that, folks. Who does that? Nobody but MWR Financial. Now, this is an excellent program for someone who can't currently qualify for traditional lending. See, we want you to build equity for yourself instead of your landlord. And you think about what else this does for us. This makes us an integral part of the solution that to the problem that exists. I mean, the wealth gap that exists in this country. You think about the average net worth of a homeowner in the United States being $200,000 versus the average net worth of a renter in the United States, only $5,000. That's a huge gap, ladies and gentlemen. We have the ability to close that gap. Now, let's talk about putting your money to work for you, because if we really understood the principles of how money works, money should be working for us. We should never work for money. Sounds strange, right? But I'm telling you, this is the truth, and wealthy people will figure this thing out. Why is that so important? Think about this. While you're asleep, money's working. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money's going to outwork you and I. See, so we can't physically keep up to win this game, but all by design. So instead of the banks making money on your money, you make money on your own money, starting with our diversified cash flow account. We say turbocharge your savings, become your own bank. Even with a private reserve account, the ability to secure your retirement with no taxes and no risk of loss. I'll say that again. Think about the ability to invest money into an investment vehicle, right? Into a fund that gives you access to that money anytime you want it for any reason you need it, guaranteed never to lose any money, and pay no taxes on your earnings. Who does that? Wealthy people have always done it. We have the chance to do it now. What this concept has done basically is level the playing field. It's giving the average everyday person like you and me an opportunity to access experts that will allow us to play the game on the same level that wealthy people have always played it. Even with land banking, we want to help you accumulate assets that build value. What builds value better than land? So grow your money with land. Think about it. We can put you in a position to basically to secure land in the path of growth at 20 to 40% below the market value. I mean, here's what we know about land. They're not going to make any more of it. What you see is all we have. So doesn't it make sense to get a piece of this action now when you're in a position with MWR Financial to do so? Now, here's people talk all the time about how do rich people get rich and stay rich? Well, we clearly understand it now. They pass it on from generation to generation using trust. We have the ability to do the exact same thing. We adopt the same philosophy as Nelson Rockefeller, and we say, own nothing, but control everything. How do they do it? We got the platform to assist you in getting that done as well. Now, everything you've seen, I can bet you everybody on this platform knows people that needs one or all of those services. So if that being the case, consider becoming a wealth promoter with MWR Financial. Just sharing this concept with others, never having to become the expert. You don't have to learn to be a CPA, financial planner, investment consultant. None of those things are necessary. All of that is in the program right here, right now. The experts do all the work. And we'll answer questions at the end of the presentation, guys. So we'll be off here shortly and we'll open the platform up. But think about becoming a wealth promoter. Create and control your income from anywhere with your own home-based business. I mean, let's talk about the advantage of owning a home-based business. Well, one of the advantages is you just opened the door to 400 plus deductions that are now available for you that were not available to you as a W-2 employee. So we figured out pretty quickly, we can't beat them, so let's join them. We're going to play the game the same way wealthy people have always played the game. So let's talk about the industry that we're in, that we want to become a promoter in. It's a multi-trillion-dollar-a-year industry. It's financial services, guys. It's the biggest industry in the world. Now, many say to me, well, Gerald, I don't know if I can promote this program. Listen, do what you already are doing. And you're doing it, many of you, for a whole lot of hours during the course of a day. Think about how much time you spend on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of those things. Are you generating income from your participation and the time that you've allotted to be on these platforms? Participate with us and get paid a ridiculous amount of money residually, month after month after month. Let's look at this compensation plan and talk about what it brings to the table. First of all, I want to say this. Have you ever seen a compensation plan that pays you, one compensation plan that pays you 7 different ways? Well, we've got it. If you've never seen it before, because nobody else is doing it other than MWR Financial. So let's start with the first way that we make money, with our guaranteed residual income. When you calculate the payout based on a monthly basis, it pays from $150 to as much as $450,000 a month. On a daily basis, that equates to $5 a day to as much as $15,000 a day. Every single day, ladies and gentlemen, we get paid daily, weekly, and monthly. Now, let's go to number 2, our customer bonus. You refer someone to the program that just wants to use the services to get their financial life in order. MWR Financial pays you $40 up front. But as you gather more customers, you're going to start receiving 10% in monthly residual income from all those customers that you've gathered. Let's go to number 3, sponsor bonus. You're going to find people like me who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that want to control their own destiny. They want to dictate the terms themselves. They want to be in business with you. You sponsor that person into the program. MWR Financial pays you $50 up front, no limit to the number of people that you can sponsor, which brings me to number 4. This is our momentum bonus. Now, as you begin to grow your organization, all those people have decided to partner with you, you have the ability to earn what we call a momentum bonus, which pays out $150 to as much as $1,500. Now, they give us a 90-day window to capture this $1,500 total, but there's nothing written in the compensation plan saying that you and I have got to take 90 days. Well, many people getting it done in 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. I say hit the ground running and take advantage of everything MWR Financial has to offer. Let's go to number 5, our leadership bonus, pays from $30 to as much as $150. Now, this is based on the growth of your organization. As you build your team and they build their team and that team builds their team and people are sponsored in, you're going to get paid on all of that growth, depending on where you are with your level, but it starts at $30 as a 3-star executive director. It pays up to $150 for everybody that joins your organization. But as this is happening, let's go to number 6. We also pay out a performance bonus every single week to the tune of $300. What does it take to get that? 6 people join your organization between Monday morning and midnight Sunday. On the following Monday, you collect $300 from MWR Financial. 6 people only. 6 people only put you in a position to add another $300 a week to the other income that we've just shared with you. And you have the ability to become a $1 million residual club ring earner. What does it take? 2-star regional director is the position, puts you with a 6-figure income and guarantees you to get one of these. And guys, by my count, I think there are about 12 of us, and there's plenty of rooms and plenty of rings available. So let's go after it and make yourself the next $1 million residual club ring earner. I know that you can do it. Now, let's talk about it. Break it down a little further. Gerald, how do we make this money? Well, MWR Finance is not requiring you to go out and get 300 people, 30 people. Go find your three. Three people like yourself that are open-minded, that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that want something different in their lives and see this for what it really is, a great opportunity, and they're going after it. They're going to lock arms with you. And with those three people, you need to really get the money moving. Add one outside customer. 3 qualified financial directors, 3 business partners, 1 outside customer. Do that on Monday, Tuesday. You start collecting $5 a day, $150 a month. Well, someone said to me very sarcastically, well, $150 a month doesn't sound like a whole lot of money. Let me show you what $150 a month looks like. In order for a person to receive $150 a month consistently, ongoing, consecutively, for an indefinite period of time, that person would have to have $36,000 sitting somewhere that they can't touch that's returning them at least 5% interest. So I asked the guy, what's easier? Put your hand on $36,000 and go find your 3 people. It's easier for me to go find 3 people. But we don't want to stop there. Why? Because look what happens to your income when you help those 3 get their 3. Now you've got 12 people on your team. Keep in mind, you've only sponsored 3, but look at what happens. You go from $5 a day to $20 a day, $600 a month in passive residual income. But look what else happens. The performance bonus opens up. You now qualify for this stream of income. So now as your team grows, you're making $300 additional dollars every single week as 6 people join your organization. So let's move forward. Help those 12 get their 3. You've got 36 people on your team. What do your income look like? You're at $50 a day, $1,500 a month. But ladies and gentlemen, something else just happens. Not only do the performance bonus stay in place, that additional $300, but look at what happens. We've added now the Infinity Leadership Bonus. So that door opens. Now you're making $30 on everybody that joins your organization. But here's what I didn't tell you. When you got those first 3 people to partner with you and you did that in your first 30 days, you made an additional $150 in the momentum bonus. Now, you've helped those 3 get their 3. You've got 12 people on your team. Keep in mind, you've sponsored 3, but you helped them. So now you qualified for $450 of the $1,500. And because you've hit the 3rd level as a 3-star executive director, 36 people on your team, look at what you've done. You've just helped 3 people do the exact same thing that you've done, and you've been rewarded an additional $900. You've completed the cycle as it relates to the momentum bonus, picked up the $1,500, plus you position yourself to get all of this other money. And this is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, because we duplicate this process again and help those 36 get their 3. You got 90 people on your team. You're at $100 a day, $3,000 a month in passive residual income. Is there anyone on this platform that can use an additional $3,000 a month? Add it to what you're doing right now. Does that make a difference? I mean, are we able now to begin to kind of turn the corner on some things? Because look what happens to the Infinity Leadership Bonus. It goes from $30 to $40 now. But if we duplicated this process again and help those 90 get their 3, you got 180 people on your team, your income becomes $150 a day, $4,500 a month. Ladies and gentlemen, that's over $50,000 a year, $54,000 to be exact. Why is that number so important? Because we know the median income of a working person in the United States hovers around $50,000 a year. I mean, we've got people doing this in a matter of months. It does not take long. This is not a long-term proposition. I want you to understand it, and I'm going to prove it to you. Look at the next level. Regional director, 300 people on your team. You're at $200 a day, $6,000 a month. That's $73,000 a year. Now, my good friend and business partner, Mr. Fernando Ramirez out of Southern California, is currently a regional director at 300 people on his team, $200 a day, $6,000 a month, $73,000 a year. Someone please ask me, how long did it take him to do it? 8 months, ladies and gentlemen, 8 months. I told you earlier, this is not a long-term proposition. The people that you and I know that are making right now $73,000 a year in some sort of traditional employment setting, how long did it take them to get there? How much time did they have to commit to get to that level of income? Fernando Ramirez was able to do it in 8 months, but the story gets even better. He sponsored a young lady out of Orlando, Florida, Anna Rodriguez, who came right behind him, did the exact same thing, $200 a day, $6,000 a month in a matter of 90 days, ladies and gentlemen, 90 days. But it gets even better. Right behind her on Fernando's team, Andrea Rush did the exact same thing, $200 a day, $6,000 a month, $73,000 a year in 90 days. So you can never tell me that it's not possible because it's already been done. And I see it being done more and more every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk now about the top income earner, national director. Look at the chart here. How many people does it take in your organization? Entire team, 3,000 plus people, right? But look at the income. $1,500 a day, $45,000 a month. My good friend, who we're going to talk about in just a little bit, Mr. Brian N. Bean, a young man out of Atlanta, Georgia, is currently the top income earner with MWR Financial. I'll ask you this question. When you start generating $45,000 a month in passive residual income from this opportunity, what changes in your life? I'll answer the question for you. Everything. The car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, where you send your kids to school. You talk about impact now, the ability to make a huge difference in not only your life, but the lives of people that you love the most. I mean, this is what it's all about. And MWR Financial has the ability to deliver in a major way. This is the most aggressive compensation plan that I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, why don't I tell you a story about the top income earner, Mr. Brian Bean, at National Director, making $1,500 a day? Because here's what I know for sure. What he's shown me and you is that it's possible. Because we know how this works. If one man can do it, 10 can do it. If 10 can do it, 100 can do it. If 100 can do it, 1,000 can do it. If he can do it, I can do it, and you can do it too. That is the advantage of the program. So it's already been done. So let's move forward and talk about some other good friends of mine who've joined this business actually after I did. I had a 2-year head start on these two individuals who have become the best friends I've got in the world. We had a chance to spend a lot of time together on the cruise, Mr. Charles and Judith Ivory. Quick story about Charles Ivory, retired military veteran. Took a job with the federal government after retirement. COVID hit, and as a result of COVID, they furloughed him, laid him off. And during that layoff period, he was able to find MWR Financial, took it seriously, ran with it, repositioned his entire financial life. When it was time to go back to work, he declined. No need to do it. Why? Because he had replaced his income. Let's talk about what this program has done for these two individuals here, Charles and Judith. Think about it. They've eliminated taxes by 95%. How are they doing that? They got the trust in place, okay? Own nothing, but I mean, you know, this is how these guys do it. Now, look at this. They're debt-free, 100% debt-free. They're landowners through our land banking program. They reduced the taxes by $1,400 a month. They lowered the bills by $1,500, restored the credit to an 800-plus credit score. You want to talk about income from this opportunity? Why? When they called to say come back to work, he declined. He's at $400 a day in residual income, guys. This is exciting. Now, that structure you see behind them is their new home, which is now completed. And I hope that I'll have a chance to visit them very soon. Beautiful property. But this is their dream home, all done through this program. But the story gets even better. I'm honored to be allowed to be able to present, you know, my results on this platform with you. Again, I've been engaged in MWR Financial since day one, 2017. Look at what it's done. Eliminated debt. About 15 years worth of debt in 6.5 years. Oh, no man, nothing, right? Retired from a job. How was I able to do that? Replacing income from this MWR Financial this part-time income became bigger than my full-time income. So it wasn't a very difficult decision to make. Paid off auto loans, drive the car of my dreams, eliminated $52,000 in interest that I would have otherwise paid to the creditors had I stayed on their plan. First thing they did when they looked at my current tax situation, got me back $350 a month, money I saw on my check. 2 weeks later, enhanced my credit score by 128 points. That enhancement got me a reduction in my homeowner's automobile premium by $200 a month. Took that money, jump-started an investment vehicle called the private reserve account that we talked about earlier. 6-figure residual income with the ability to grow it every day. The ability to live in North Carolina during the summer months and live in South Florida during the winter. Guys, it's a dream come true. This program has worked for me and tens of thousands of people across this country. I'm not isolated. There are many people across the country that have been successful with this platform, and you can be too. Now, let's go to our top income earner, my good friend, Mr. Brian N. Bean. Look at what the program has done for him. Now, keep in mind, he was a highly successful business owner even before seeing MWR Financial. But when he looked at MWR Financial, he saw exactly what I saw, the greatest opportunity that exists on planet Earth with the ability for us to share this concept with others and set them free as well. He secured 20 acres of land in Atlanta, Georgia. They call it Bean Acres. He's currently building an amphitheater on that property. He rents that property for movie productions and TV commercials, those kinds of things. So he's turned it into an asset. He owns property in Dubai. His assets are protected. How's he doing that? Through the trust, to the tune of $3 million actually secured in assets. Lowered his bills by $1,400 a month, 800 plus credit score. I told you earlier, He's making $1,500 a day, ladies and gentlemen, which equates to $45,000 a month. I'm going to ask that question again. When you start generating $45,000 a month in passive residual income, what changes in your life? I'll answer the question again. Everything. The car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, where you send your kids to school. We deserve to experience this kind of life. I'm saying that. I believe that with everything in me. And I'm going after this like tomorrow's not coming, because I deserve it. You deserve it. And everyone this program touches has the ability to change their life in a major way. So at this point, it's all or some. That's the decision. Either you want to be the wealth promoter to generate income, or you want to be a member to use the services. I'll say this. Either way, you can't lose. Let's talk about the cost of the membership. Just using the service. Gerald, I'm not interested in building a business. I currently own my own business, but I am interested in these services because I want to get my financial life in order. I want to surround myself with these experts that I otherwise could not afford. Why? Because we know the average cost of a good CPA or financial planner in any city in America today is going to cost you $200 to $300 an hour. For $149.97. No contract to sign, no setup fee, and this includes a spouse. You get the ability to reduce your taxes, lower your bills, eliminate your debt, restore your credit, access the keys to home ownership, the diversified cash flow account, the private reserve account, land banking, and the Trust My Assets platform, plus all the other add-ons that we mentioned earlier, a CPA to do your taxes, expense tracking system, all of that for $149. That's about the price of a cup of coffee a day, ladies and gentlemen. And I continue to say it. This is the win for the average everyday person, but all by design. Now, here's what we know for sure. You couldn't go anywhere in the United States and find one of these services, much less all of them, for $149.97. Nor could you go anywhere in the United States and find one of these services, much less all of them, to include a spouse, for $149.97. Unheard of. But once again, all by design. I tip my hat to the CEO and founder, Mr. Brian House, whose concept from the beginning, the vision that God shared with him, was to develop a platform that would fit the needs for the average everyday person, to give the small guy a chance to win, because now we've got access to the same tools and systems that wealthy people have always had. Now, if you're like me, this is the most popular decision. You want to become a wealth promoter. Why do I say that? Because one, it's going to give you access to the membership. So you're going to have access to all of those tools, all of those experts in the entire system. But for an additional $100, you have a chance to promote this business and go in business for yourself. So your total upfront investment, $249.97. Now I'm going to slow down here for a minute, because I want somebody to help me understand what business in these United States that you can invest only $249 in and have an opportunity to be profitable the same day. How long does it take most business to reach a profit? A long time. How many business can you find that you can only invest $249 and have the ability to earn from $5 a day to as much as $15,000 a day? Bringing to the table the solution to the problem that 90% of the people in this country have. The issue is finances. You and I never have to become the expert. I don't know anything about doing taxes. I'm not a credit restoration expert. I don't do bill shredder. I don't do an investment, any of those things, and don't have to learn those things. The experts do all the work. All you and I do, or what we've always done, share the story. You go to a good restaurant, what do? You tell somebody about it. You watch a good movie, what do? You tell somebody about it. You found a way to get your financial life in order, go tell somebody about it and make a ridiculous amount of residual income. $249.97. Let me show you what else that does for you. It puts you in business with the fastest growing financial strategies company in the country. Not only that, you're in the middle of a multi-trillion-dollar-a-year industry, which is financial services. This is the win if there ever was one, guys, no question, but it gets even better. MWR Financial offers you and I a 100% money back guarantee. Explain that. What are they saying? Well, they're saying if it doesn't do exactly what we say it can do, get your money back. Nobody loses on this, so there's zero risk involved. Let's go into more detail. Look at what they say. If our opportunity experts or service does not help you create, increase, or multiply your money within the first 30 days, MWR Financial gives you a full refund. I mean, think about that. Keep in mind, we're operating in the financial service space. Who does that? What are you required to do? To participate in your own rescue. Access these services, at least 4 of them, and let us show you what we're capable of doing. Upload the documents, schedule the appointments, put your information in front of these experts, and watch them turn your financial life around. So once again, either at this point, you want all of it or you want some of it. If you want it all, $249.97 is your upfront investment to own your own business, to be in the middle of a multi-trillion-dollar-a-year industry, and also be partnering with the fastest growing financial strategies company in the country. If your decision is that, and you're one, text the person that invites you to this platform tonight. Text them a one. They don't know exactly what to do. They're going to send you a link. That link is going to give you direct access to start your own business tonight. You're going to get full access to all the services and the tools to begin to promote this business to generate income. Capture pages, websites, marketing materials, everything has been created. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is a true turnkey operation. Start promoting this business tonight and have the ability to get paid as early as tonight. Never happens anywhere else other than here. Now, if you're a two and you want to focus on the membership, text the person that invited you, the number two. They'll know exactly what to do. They're going to send you a link. That link is going to give you full access to all of these services. You don't have to wait until the office opens up tomorrow morning. You've got access tonight. You can start uploading documents, scheduling your appointments, doing everything you need to do to kind of move your financial life forward, guys. Direct access right here, right now. As I promised, I wasn't going to be before you long, but wanted to provide you with some impactful information. We're now halfway through, and we're going to open up the platform to answer any questions. If you made your decision already, let me be the first to welcome you to the MWR Financial family. So, guys, hang on. Let's stop the screen share. Let's come out to the field. Let's see. We've got a couple people with hands up. We're going to make these adjustments so that you can unmute yourself and also show yourself on camera. So those things have been done. We're up and running. First question. Frankie Alexander, welcome to the platform. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a night this is. I am fortunate to be joined by my good friend and business partner out of Savannah, Georgia, who I just spent some time with on the cruise, Mr. Charles Ivory, who is one of the top income earners. You heard me tell the story, he and Judith, with the dream home that they've been able to build through this platform, ladies and gentlemen. These are the results. I'm bringing some real people here so you can understand for yourself what this program is capable of doing. Charles Ivory, you have the ability to unmute yourself. Welcome to the platform, sir.
Hey, thank you, sir. Man, Gerald, you have done an amazing job with this introducing this to the world. And I thank you. And we had a blast together, man. I tell you, I feel like I got a friend for life now.
Hey, I was telling my wife the exact same thing, Charles, that I felt I left there feeling the same way, that I've got a friend for life. But guys, I want you to understand, that's what this business can do for you. You get a chance to build relationships that will last a lifetime. And that is the beauty of this. And then we have fun and we make money and we change people's lives all at the same time. That's happening, Charles.
Amen. Amen, my brother.
But listen, while we've got you on the platform, your time with MWR Financial has even been shorter than mine. But when they shared this with you, you saw it, I believe, like I saw it, as a great opportunity to really do something, not just for your own family, but to impact the lives of others. And you took it and ran with it, and now have just positioned yourself as a $1 million residual club ring earner and one of the top income earners with this operation.
Yes, sir. Yeah, when I got the opportunity presented to me, Gerald, I was in almost at the word go when they told me that they had a daily guaranteed pay. Who does that? I never heard that before. And the experts did all the work. So I said, hey, sign me up. That's all I needed. I can make a ridiculous amount of money and the experts do all the work. I didn't have to know a lot. And so, Gerald, just to kind of recap my journey, I was working a government job. I had a good job, making good money. My wife she also had a good job, government job, making good money. And 5 months after joining, the pandemic hit, and both of us worked on a military installation. So if you wasn't essential, they let us go. So we was furloughed for 90 days while the Army put some measures in place to protect the soldiers. And so during those 90 days, we didn't get paid. But because I joined this opportunity and the first thing I did was reduce my taxes, they put $600 back into my paycheck, and they put $800 back into my wife's paycheck. So that was $1,400 we was networking without doing anything. So I told people, I said, hey, man, I met this organization. They put $600 back in my paycheck. You got to partner with me. And so our team just started building. So by the time they laid me off, Gerald, I had already doubled my salary. So when I got furloughed, I was still able to take care of my family through MWR. You know,
Wow.
they were paying me more than my job was. And so 90 days later, when they called me back, Gerald, I was making 4 times the amount of money sharing this opportunity with others than I was on a job. So I fired my boss. And then my wife, she did the exact same thing. She fired her boss. And so now we got our time. You know, we go to bed when we're tired. We wake up when we're done sleeping. We take vacations with no return dates, you know. So it's been truly amazing. And so we took the $1,400 and did exactly what the experts told us to do with the debt elimination program that they have and got ourselves out of $80,000 worth of debt. We uploaded our credit scores. Our credit scores went from the low 700s to the low 800s. We refinanced our home that we were living in at that time and then started killing the mortgage. We were paying $5,000 a month on principal only and burnt up our mortgage because of what MWR has done for us. So we had the tax money back. We were building a large organization. We was debt free, and it was just a big snowball. And then, Gerald, what the nerve of MWR, they had some financial experts that told me to take my 401k and my IRA that I was invested in and rolled it over into land banking. Now, remember, Gerald, we was in the middle of a pandemic, so everybody in the country was losing money at that time. So they took my dying 401k and rolled it over into the land banking, and it grew 37.5% in the first year. The PRA grew 18% in the first year. So while everybody else in the country was losing money, I was gaining double-digit returns. Gerald, I never seen anything like this before. You know, here I am, a man with no job. I was able to buy a car, a truck. I bought a truck in 2020. I got laid off in 2020 and paid it off in 16 months thanks to this company. We paid off our home and my wife wanted to move to a different location. We found some land and bought that land cash with the income that we earned from this company. And now we built a 6,000 square foot home that I'm currently in right now. And the mortgage is being paid, Gerald, by this company. And then they had the nerve enough to send me on a cruise, right?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you heard it for yourself. Honestly, his story, how it all happened, and he just took it seriously. So, Charles, I say to anybody, this program is for the person who's serious about getting their financial life in order. Somebody who's got their mind made up that they want to finish this and get it out of the way. They get this whole business of money behind us. I like the idea that you and Judy can, basically wake up when you're done sleeping. Go to bed when you're ready, book trips and with no return date. Guys, that sounds like freedom to me. The ability to kind of dictate the terms yourself. And that's what Charles and his wife have been able to do through this very concept that you and I are part of. For those of you out there tonight that are looking at this for the first time, you heard it. I mean, from the man himself, what this program has been able to do. Guys, this is the winner if there ever was one. Charles, I know many of us are looking for opportunities, man, that we want to position ourselves where we win, not just for ourselves, but our families. But this is a shot to do it. No question about it. MWR Financial is real, it's solid. It brings to the table everything that the average person doesn't have access to. And I've always said, we've not been locked out of this process as it relates to this knowledge of wealth. We've been priced out of the process, knowing that a good CPA or financial planner will cost you $200 to $300 an hour for $149.97. You're going to get all of those things that we just laid out. And joining us on the cruise, two other companions are with us on the platform tonight. My good friend Richard Gear out of Atlanta, and also Mr. Bernard Ponder. So, gentlemen, listen. Did you enjoy the cruise?
Seniors first, Bernard. Listen, everyone on this call, let me just share this with you. It's nothing like being with like-minded individuals. Charles Ivory and his wife Cookie, Gerald, I could just go on and on. But the one thing that I really took out of this is the fact that the owner, Mr. Brian House and Mr. Towson, they were right there. You could touch them. Yeah. You could ask questions. They wanted our feedback. Now you've got people that are making $20 a day, and you got people that's making $300 to $400 a day. But we all were there. So you don't have to be a big time roller to be successful in this business, because it's going to come if you place yourself in the right position. And I just want to say, I'm very thankful for MWR making wealth real. The pandemic came, it stopped my traveling around the world, and I was concerned with what I was going to do. And the bottom line is I was introduced to this, and I don't look back, y'all. And I'm just going to say, everybody on here can be on that next cruise that they're definitely planning. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mr. Parker.
No, sir. Thank
you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Richard. But I mean, I love your enthusiasm toward the program. The fact that you, like Charles, you're seeking freedom to be able to come and go like you want, whenever you want, for as long as you want. And this opportunity is providing that for you. So it's an exciting time, guys. No question about it. If you're looking for a way to reposition yourself, particularly your finances, because it all starts there, we've got a vehicle that can help you get that done. Mr. Parner.
Hey, top of the day to you, Mr. Parker. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, my friend.
Hey, many blessings to this conversation. Seniors on the move, Mr. Greer. I'm so thankful to connect with guys like him, Charles Ivory, his wife, and Mr. Parker, definitely yourself, man. You're heaven sent. And if I could say anything, man, like this was one of the best presentations I have ever heard in my last 4 years of being involved with this company. And we definitely got to give it back to Mr. Parker on how he laid this out, how he broke down everything like a fraction, made it very simple for like the guy like me, the youngest person on the ship. This past week, we spent 4 or 5 days out and we went to Cozumel, Mexico, had an amazing time. But I was blessed, like Mr. Greer shared, to touch and sit down with people like these gentlemen, like the ladies who was on the cruise with. I see Trevor and Shirley as well was on the cruise. So many amazing people for myself at my age to be blessed by. Mr. Parker, you said, somebody say $150 ain't no money. I had to do the numbers. You said $36,000 in the bank earning at a 5% interest. Which one is hard? Finding people who need credit help or putting $36,000 in the bank? And to this date, I've been able to help at least 4, 5 people earn $20 a day with this information, minimum $600 a month. And when I hit that, I put my car note on autopilot. So I have not thought about my car note in over 3-4 years because of this information. And just want to be just like you guys. I'm on the way to 2-star regional director myself. $300 a day is the goal. That's $9,000 a month, $109,500 a year. And that's by helping at least 5 people be at 96 people in their organization earning $200 a day under leadership like all the gentlemen we just heard. I'm thankful, and please keep up the great work and keep inviting me to come learn with you, man.
Oh, absolutely, my friend. It truly was an honor to meet you and spend time with you. You and I've met at some of the other events, but never had a chance to spend the quality time that we did this past week. So it's been an honor, my friend, truly. And as Charles has said, I've got another friend for life as a result of what we experienced on that cruise. But ladies and gentlemen, what you're hearing, I think, and Charles, you can touch on this. There's a different level of excitement for us who went to the cruise, who were there, because we had the inside track, Richard. We had a chance to sit with the CEO and the founder and the president and look long term as to what MWR Financial is evolving to become for so many people. So we were at the table, and as Richard said, they wanted our input, our thoughts on the direction of the company. What should we do next? But Richard, we've got things lined up, man. The Health Share program is a winner. And now this week, I believe on Thursday night, we may be unveiling the entire concept with precious metals, silver and gold. So we've got access to that now. Hey, Charles, MWR Financial has thought of everything, sir.
Everything, and I'm just so grateful for it. And Gerald, the best thing about this to me is that the company has your best interest at heart. Yes. It's not even worried about, we're not selling anything, we're just the gateway to other people to find financial freedom. And for me, they were more concerned about me, what I was doing. And so that's what I love about it the most, is that they have your best interests at heart. And everybody that's in the company is cheering for you to win. Cheering for you to win. Just like I was cheering for Coach T to win that money in the casino.
Hey, Coach
And
T.
they hit.
Hey, Coach T, you didn't tell me about that one. I heard about it.
And no, I don't let the right hand know what the left doing, and you know what I'm saying. I have joy in my heart. Now I keep Jesus first, others second, myself last, and you know, everything else take care of itself. But what an amazing presentation! And I'm gonna be honest with you, a vacation on the house is better than paying for tripping. You know, I say stop tripping and start vacating on the house by helping people with needs, not foolishness. This is the best opportunity from an entrepreneur standpoint that I've ever participated in. It's bigger than money. This program right here has turned my finances around, of being a serial entrepreneur my entire life. I really didn't even have to see the comp plan. I was like Charles to really get started, because if it makes sense, it makes dollars. And every single one of us on this line right now, you're a walking promoter for someone. Promote yourself. Promote wealth. There's a huge transfer coming, and I'm just saying, proper planning prevents poor performance. Those are the P's we live our life in. And I just welcome all the new people. If I was listening to this presentation for the first time tonight, all I'd be texting is all the money. Number one, what do I do next? But I thank you for that. But this trip was amazing. I would say everybody on this line, let's qualify for the next trip. Let's all take over the ship. You know, there's a little rapper in me, so y'all will find that out as we hang around long enough. But this is the team to be on. The MWR movement is alive. It's not going to stop. It's just getting better. Precious metals is the future of the world economy. So I don't have to convince anybody that. So look, let's just get those bars like I just saw in there, and let's spend them bars and spend real money and get this paper out of our hands before it gets out of your hands anyway. But with that being said, what an incredible program. Yes, anybody can do it just by sharing this information, and let the professionals do the work. That's the wealth code. And at the same time, you know, have something that money can't buy, which is, that's the intangible part of this, that we can make a difference, not just make money. And to me, that's where you go a little bit deeper. But with that being said, hey, I welcome all new people to the program, whether you're one or two. Show up for yourself, and God will show up for you. With that being said, back to you, Mr. Parker. And what an amazing presentation. And look, anybody can become $1 million earner. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the simplest thing I've ever seen. I got one too. I'm just driving in my car. I'm fired up. But back to you, my man. Back to you.
But listen, man, Trevor, thank you and Shirley for a wonderful weekend together, a wonderful week together. And it was, I mean, to build the camaraderie that you saw, the togetherness, the teamwork, the desires, the dreams. We shared our dreams with each other, where we wanted to go with our lives. And we all knew one thing, Charles, that MWR Financial is a real vehicle that can help us get there. So I always say this, MWR Financial is not the assignment. Never has been, never will be. MWR Financial is the means to the end. You use this to finance the assignment. What am I saying? You take advantage of this opportunity to generate the level of income that you need to get on with the work that you've been called to do. That thing that's burning inside of you, that's been there for years, that wakes you up in the middle of the night, that causes you to daydream throughout the day. That vision that God has planted in you, your purpose, reason for being here, that's what that is. That's what's driving you. And the only reason we're not all already doing it, because we don't have the financial means to do it. If we all had the money to do it, we'd be on with that work already. I know you would. So that's what I do with this. You use this as a vehicle to generate the income that you need to get on with the work, to bless the lives and make the impact that you desire to make. Your life has a purpose. And again, I didn't create the rules, Charles. It was a capitalistic system before I showed up here. This is just the way it works. We get our monies right, and then we can get some things done, man. And we can have an impact, a profound impact on the lives of so many people. Mr. Clemens, always a pleasure to have you on the platform, sir. We definitely want to position you to be with us the next time we do the cruise, and that'll be coming up soon. But you, much like Trevor Thompson, I want to say this about Trevor. A seasoned, he mentioned it, a seasoned entrepreneur who looks at this opportunity and sees it for what it really is. Now he's got experience in this framework as it relates to this business model. He's been successful, but he saw this as an opportunity to really do something impactful for not only himself, but so many other people, and took it and ran with it and find himself now on the other side of money. And that's a place you go where you don't have to worry about it anymore. But we want to all experience that. We deserve that. And we've got a chance to do it with this opportunity. Mr. Clemens, the reason I always like hearing from you simply because you're a seasoned financial expert. You're in this industry that we're promoting. And when you compare the cost of $149.97 per month to get access to for all of those things that we talked about, give our audience some sense, you being a professional in this space, what it would cost the average person to get access, full access to all of these tools that we just brought to the table for $149.97.
To be very honest with you, all the services that MWR Financial are offering, if you were to go and get each one of those services as a separate service, you're looking at a minimum of between $2,500 to almost $3,000 a month.
Wow. Wow.
And here it is for only, $149. I mean, you can't beat that anywhere. And one conversation I just had not too long ago with my niece, she got a new job and she's really excited. I was telling her about the program. She's going to plug in and take a look a little closer. And she was telling me there's freedom. I said, well, there's freedom, but freedom has really never been free. Freedom comes with a price. And so you've got to find out what that price is and do what's necessary to make that happen. So it doesn't mean freedom is necessarily going to be easy, but freedom is supposed to be worth it. I said the sad part about it is I just listened to you and I got goosebumps thinking about you guys on the cruise and, arming with people every day that are making these big incomes and you're doing it yourself and potentially doing it. And, my cousins, they were talking about they went to see Beyonce. Okay. And I said, now think about this for a second. Here's Beyonce in this big concert hall, all these thousands of people, and those tickets were like astronomical amount of money. She made almost $1 billion. And I said, what is the likelihood of Beyonce singling you out to mention you? What is the likelihood of Beyonce really being somebody to have face-to-face contact with you? And here, you are on a cruise with people that are making these multi-million dollars, $1 million earners yourself, and you're touchable, you're relatable. And I said, think about it, even with the concert, she still was separated from all the people that are putting money into her pockets.
Right.
But they're screaming and losing their minds and all these other things over that. I'm just simply saying that here it is an opportunity where you said freedom isn't free, but there's now an opportunity to me that's worthwhile to take the investment to not only become financially free, but also look into the minds of successful people. I have so much respect for the gentlemen that are on here that are doing their thing, man. I'm like, wow. It's like, and it's real. And guess what? And they look like me. Ain't that something? Another thing. So, I mean, the opportunity, folks, if it's your first time taking a look at it, just take a flying leap of faith. And if that faith is true and your belief is true, God will not let you fail. There's no way you could possibly fail when you think about it. With an opportunity like this, the way they're set up, how could you possibly fail? There's just no way.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with you 100%. And as my good friend, Pastor Searson, who I ask you all to continue to keep in your prayers as he's recovering from heart surgery. But I had a chance to reach out today to some family members, and he's on his way back. He's doing real good. So again, keep him in your prayers. But he always says, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? And that's where we are, Mr. Clemens, with MWR Financial. No question about it. This is the no-lose proposition for everybody who touches it. But something I wanted to touch on with Charles that you said as it relates to us being able to hang out with these highly successful people that have created this opportunity. Brian House, the CEO of the MWR, and Adamo Tolson, the president. But Charles and Richard and Mr. Parner can all, and Trevor can attest to this. These guys are so willing to pour into us. But Charles, as I think about it, wealthy people are willing, it seems, to share their secrets and to show you what they've done to be successful. And they want you somehow, I get the feeling, to join them. I've never had that feeling from the average everyday person. We're too busy beating each other up, cutting each other off at the pass, you know, selling each other out because we don't want that person to get above us or ahead of us. These guys don't even care. And they love it. And they applaud your success, man. They root for you, they cheer for you, and they share these nuggets. It's amazing.
A blessing, a true blessing.
No
Yes,
question.
Gerald, I wanted to add to something that was just mentioned about freedom. And words are pictures, and most people really don't know what freedom is, but it's hidden in the word. If you split it in the middle, prefix, suffix. Free dome. That's a free mind. That's your dome is your head. I just wanted to drop that in the bucket.
I told you we're going to get some
because we're looking
tonight.
for people that want to be free mentally in a system where they have been programmed to live below their privileges. This is not for everyone. And that's why I love it. It's special. It attracts a certain person that knows I want to be free in my mind, because as the mind goes, the body follows. The only way to get freedom is hanging around free people like a Charles, like a Mr. Parker, like Mr. Ponder, like the seniors on the move with my brother. You know, it's not an age requirement here. We just want to attract like-minded people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired and want to be free. And that's what I like about this. That's value. We're not looking for everybody, because the average person knows the price of everything, but the value of nothing. And that's been by design through the education system, that is price over value. We look for value. That's the difference between rich and wealthy people. Rich people look for how much money they make. Value-based people look for the difference it'll make, the impact it'll have, because the money will have to follow. How you would like to have both. So that's that. I just want to throw that in there, man. You're about to make me pull out the pen. I'm about to go in the lab right now and write some beats now. But back to you, my friend.
Hey, we love you, brother. Thank you. You're always dropping nuggets, guys. Free dome. Think about it, guys. Think about it. I wrote that down, and absolutely, that's it. That's it. And we want that, Trevor. Freedom for ourselves, for our families, our friends, people that we care about and love. We got to share this opportunity. What we have to do now, marching orders, we got to put boots on the ground. We've got to get out there and tell this story. We got to share it with everybody who will listen, honestly. And as Trevor said, it's not for everybody, but that's fine. Yeah, it still doesn't stop us from sharing it and bringing it to people and let them make their own decisions. You know, and I'm just convinced there are enough people in this country who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And they're tired of this paycheck to paycheck living, working just to pay bills, dying broke. If the average person knew that there was a way out, I'm honestly believing that they're open to seeing it, at least. And so that's where we come in. We share this opportunity and we continue to share it. And we're going to find enough people where we can not only change our own lives, but I'm believing that we can change the world. No question about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, unless there's something else, Ms. Bartley, I saw you a minute ago. Any closing remarks for us? Thank you so much for joining the platform tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Parker. You did an outstanding job as always. I just wanted to say this is a comprehensive plan. It's a system, and by default, you know, the world follows God's principles more than God's people follow God's principles. So by default, if you follow this comprehensive system that we have, you will fall right in line with what God originally intended. And it's intended for us to be in abundance, not in poverty. Like Coach T said, it's either going to be the haves or the have-nots. There's no middle ground. Take heed to the information that we are sharing tonight, because you don't want to say, oh, wow, he or she told me so, but I didn't listen. The best advice I can give you tonight is be proactive, not reactive. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Truly a pleasure. And always, you've got great things to share, and we love your level of commitment and excitement. Pastor Porter, I was looking for you on the platform. We're hoping you would come to the stage, sir. Welcome.
Dr. Parker, thank you so much.
My pleasure, friend.
Listen, all I could do was listening to you guys, and all I can say is I might not have been on the ship, but that gummit, I'm in the business. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't leaving. Because I plan on being on the ship next time. I want to encourage everybody who didn't make the trip, and maybe you didn't make the trip, but you're in the business, you're in the right place. Don't quit. Even if people don't listen, don't quit, because I assure you, MWR Financial is not for selfish people. You got to have the heart of God to do this business, because you know the people need this help. They need it. They need it desperately. They may not know they need it. And so just like as a pastor, I know people need God, but a lot of people don't know they need him. And some people do. But at the end of the day, I'm in the business. And keep telling yourself, I'm in the business. So anybody who critique it and may not feel like it's all that, let them say what they're going to say. Just stay in the business, all right? And it's not your business how God chooses to bless you. So God bless you, Dr. Parker. Great presentation. Love all you guys, all my friends. And I plan on being on the ship next time.
Good deal, Pastor Porter. And we're going to make sure you're there. We're not going to leave you. And guys, we all should be there. I mean, we should be, the number should be so big, Charles, that we should take over the entire ship. Everybody on that ship should be a part of MWR Financial. We've got a plan that we're going to make that happen, and that's what we shoot for. So, Mr. Ivory, once again, I'm honored, man. Thank you for joining the platform. Mr. Richard Gere, thank you so much. Mr. Ponder, Trevor Thompson, you guys, man, I love you like brothers. I appreciate all that you do and what you brought to the platform tonight. So, Mr. Ivory, you being the top income earner on this platform, I'll let you close this out. Any closing remarks or marching orders for any of our new people that are here tonight?
Well, I would say this, Gerald. There's no need to think about it. You know, if you're here, it's not by mistake. I'm pretty sure that you didn't already pray for this to happen. This is just the answers to the prayer. So take heed. And I really like what you said. Take that leap of faith and jump. Just jump out there. God got you. This is a mission that was designed by God and given to our visionary, Mr. Brian House. And I believe that he's doing that assignment, which is bridging the gap between the poor, middle class, and the wealthy.
Absolutely, sir. We're grateful for you, Charles Ivory. Thank you again. Looking forward to spending more time with you and sharing more platforms with you, sir. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This was our Monday Night Live. We'll catch you on the backside. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Get excited.
Thank you,
Stay
sir.
above
This was
forever.
amazing.
Let's go. Let's go.
Good night,
On the
everybody.
ship. I'll
Awesome.
see you,
Thank
Frankie.
you.
Good night.
And
Awesome. Awesome.